Okay, so today I'm taking a quick look at something which could potentially breathe new life into your Panasonic GH5 GH5S. The one thing that most people complain about with the GH5, including myself, is the autofocusing system. It's not great, it's not quick, and it's not all that accurate because it's a contrast detect-based autofocusing system. But a guy from the internet by the name of Yodio has found potentially the fix for all that, and that's what I'm going to look at today. Now, the whole premise of this fix is that instead of using a 180-degree shutter, you use a 179-degree shutter. Seems like such a small thing, 1 degree, but you get such a huge fix in return. Well, potentially. But what is a 180-degree shutter? Well, 180-degree shutter, the actual meaning, isn't actually relevant because it refers to rotary shutters. Do you have a rotary shutter? There you go, exactly. I don't see no rotary shutter in there. Anyway, these days we think of the 180-degree shutter as a 180-degree shutter rule. So 180-degree shutter angle is just a nice tidy way of saying your shutter speed number should be double that of your frame rate. If you're shooting at 25 frames per second using shutter speed, double the frame rate number, you'd pick 50 per second. At 50 FPS, apply the same rudimentary math again and you'd go for 100th of a second. Setting it to 180-degree shutter angle essentially means the shutter speed is double the number of frame rate. But also 180-degree shutter angle is perceived as the ideal setting for aesthetically pleasing motion blur. But look, you don't have to have a 180-degree shutter angle, you can have 90 degrees, 45 degrees, that essentially means faster shutter speed. It'll make things look more jarring, less motion blur. See? Jarring banana! 180-degree shutter is seen as the sweet spot for motion blur. Compare that to 90-degree shutter and we're not getting a smooth banana. Opposite way at 360-degree shutter and it's too blurry as if you're watching it drunk. Anyway, autofocusing system, let's get this fixed on the GH5. Power on. AFC on. Native micro four thirds lens on. Now let's get this fix on. Shutter angle, yep. Synchro scan on. Roll that dial once to change it to 179 degrees and oh, that's all. Yes, so here we are with my mostly reliable Panasonic GH5, apart from the autofocusing system, which is well known for being not so reliable. But we're trying to fix that today, so all good. Here's the testing and my test subject, which is a Lego man. Quite hard to find reliable models these days. And I've also got this motorised slider thing controlled by this app. Now the reason why I've got this is because I want to do comparison shots. One with a fix, one without. And I've only got one camera, so I want guaranteed exactly the same movement for each shot. And that's what this is going to give me. It doesn't seem like there's any noticeable difference looking at these shots, although I do tend to find single area AF has the least problems anyway. Let's try one more, but at 4K 25p all-eye. Now we're seeing quite a big difference in speed and accuracy. The 180-degree shutter angle setting just lost it completely. Boom! It really works! I don't exactly know how to explain how it works. Perhaps you should go to Yodio's channel to find out the explanation for that kind of thing. But it's amazing. It's quicker, it's more accurate than before. With the tracking AF, the same thing is happening. 179 degree works fine. The AF only picks up once the subject has stopped moving with 180 degree. That's not the point of AF tracking. But one thing worth noting is that I seem to get better results in 25p as opposed to 50p, and it doesn't really make a difference when you're shooting 24p. The GH5 has become a popular camera with vloggers everywhere, the only letdown being the autofocusing system. You need a good continuous autofocusing system because when you're moving about, you need good face tracking. So it focuses on your face, obviously, and also when you're lifting things up in front of the camera, like this. You want it to change focus quick, like this. I have all of these set up with AFC +1, sensitivity -1. It definitely pulls focus quicker. In 50p there isn't much apparent difference, although with the 179 degree it does seem to pull in focus smoother without the racking backing and forth. Surprisingly, it worked really well in a room that's not exactly brilliantly lit. There were times where there wasn't too much of a difference between 180 degrees and 179 degrees, mostly in 50p mode though. And I don't know if I'll go around saying it's as good as Canon's Dual Pixel AF, because Dual Pixel AF is amazing. It's quick, it's accurate, it's superb. Woo! It definitely does look better, although I'd rather not say that you should definitely go out and buy a GH5 now because the AF is improved. Real life application is different to testing out with some lens caps and Lego men. But look, it's a fix, it's a hack, and it really works. Of course, the GH5 is always going to have a limitation with the contrast detect autofocusing system, but with this fix, it really makes it quite usable, and that's the important thing.